You were not running anymore. You had no strength left for that. You walked, barefoot, blind to direction, with something thick and black clinging to your skin. It wasn't blood, it wasn't mud, it was memory, but not the kind you could place. This was older, something deeper than thought, but more familiar than your own name. The tar of sorrow, of guilt, of rage you could never voice. Lifetimes layered like wet ash, sinking into the fabric of what you called you. And now you stood at the edge, not of a cliff, not of time, but of yourself. I was already there, Azrael. You didn't see me, not at first, but you heard the bell, that low single toll that doesn't echo in the world, only in the soul that's finally ready to stop lying to itself. You turned toward the sound, not because you were brave, but because you were tired. That was enough. Where are we going? You asked, and I said nothing, only turned and began to walk. You followed, down through the corridors carved not in stone, but in regret. Walls pulsed with images, your hands taking what was not yours, your voice twisted into weapons, your silence when someone you loved needed you most. None of it condemned you, it simply reflected, like a mirror that doesn't judge, only shows the face you wore when no one was looking. And still, you walked, deeper, through chambers of betrayal, through the scream that never left your chest, through the lie you told yourself that you were unlovable, until the path opened, and we arrived. A great pit, bottomless, shaped not by hellfire, but by abandonment. This was where the last piece of you had fallen, the one you buried because it was too much, too wild, too wounded, too dangerous. You knelt at the edge. I can't go further, you whispered. I knelt beside you. I didn't speak. I only placed your hand on your chest. And there, beneath the tar, beneath the scars, was the pulse, faint but alive. That is the peace, I said. It never left you. You left it. Now, take it back. You wept, not because it was painful, because it was yours, and you had feared it your entire life. You reached into your chest, and the pit became a mirror, not showing what you had done, but what you had survived. The fire, the betrayals, the silence, the loneliness, and through all of it, your soul had kept one light hidden, so small, so patient. The piece turned in your hand, and the tar, it began to fall away, one memory at a time, not erased, but alchemized, not burned, but witnessed into healing. Now, we rose, not through light, through integration. Each level up brought you face to face with the ones you blamed. You met them not with rage, but with the part of you that now understood. Their cruelty wasn't purity of evil, it was ignorance of self. Their violence came from the same pit you crawled out of. You forgave, not because they deserved it, but because you did. And with every step upward, the light didn't come from above, it came from within. At last we stood on the threshold, not of heaven, not of reward, of wholeness. You turned to me, and I did something strange. I smiled, not as an angel, as a mirror, because now you looked like me. Your light was no longer borrowed, it was yours. And as you turned toward the divine realm, the flame rising behind your eyes, I spoke one last time. You were never unworthy. You were only waiting to be brave enough to reclaim the parts of you the world taught you to fear. This was not judgment. This was remembrance. And with that, you stepped through the veil, not as sinner, not as saint, but as soul, uncloaked, undivided. And for the first time in eons, the all saw